I'm Julian with Green Planet, Blue Planet podcast, and created an interview series with some of the incredible artists in the Design Science Studio in cohort number 1. Check out this short video for some of the highlights cut together for you to get an impression, and then make sure to discover some of the full-length interviews that are on Green Planet, Blue Planet podcast, and also linked out for your enjoyment here in the art world.
The Design Science Studio is a program of habRitual, my creative studio, and the Buckminster Fuller Institute. And at its heart, it's an educational incubator and accelerator for the art of the Regenaissance and uplifting a creative community as a part of this movement to help articulate this possibility of a healthy planet through this decade-long mission of nonviolent, design-led creativity expressed revolution. And it's a response, and it's our responsibility, our ability to respond, and it's build the capacity of our creative community to feel tooled up and able to connect with this mission.
To be bold enough to stand in a wild commitment without knowing the path to get there.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And that's where I feel like, at least with the project that I carry, I wanted to speak to what the Vision Train is right now. Connect and to craft together, to do our own work, and at the same time to expand our our knowledge and perception through the connection with each other of being in shared space. How are we influencing each other? How are we going to go forward? How do we integrate this experience into our daily lives of building community that is maybe not all in the same watershed, that is all over the world, but we have something in common. We're building a new language together. We're also building and creating, we're weaving each other into our work, into our prayers, as we realize we're a part of one family, and we can come and go and everybody is welcome, right? And redefining this term, this definition of artist as well, that we are all artists. Yeah. We are all creative beings.
If you look at a tree, like the cross section of the trunk, you'll see that it has like this continuous flow of reinforcement. So innermost part is least flexible, the outermost is most flexible, but this continuous flow that makes it withstand, that helps it withstand those lateral forces against wind and all that. Then I illustrate that by making like a cross section of the tree and the reinforcements coming out of it, so that we see that, okay, that is present in this tree, but we don't see it. So I will illustrate it using the visual language that we're familiar with.
Collective bodies like the Design Science Studio are the coming together, the coalescing of new forms of social organs within which accelerated metabolic processes can take place. So what the Design Science Studio is attempting to do is to rapidly accelerate cultural change by taking on an enzymatic role. So what does that mean? It means to be like a mimetic enzyme. An enzyme is a protein chain which rapidly accelerates a chemical transformation.
From that, it's just the commitment feels just like, it's just like a natural outflow and natural impulse of my being, that I would be committed to cultivating the conditions for the thriving of all of life. And for me, one of the strategies of that commitment is nurturing collective wisdom emergence that is unfolding. What does the Regenaissance mean? This like infusion of new ways of approaching understanding reality. So my question is, and how can we take what is dying? How can we take what is decomposing? How can we take what is passing away from the old world and honor that which is sacred, or that which serves from that, and really make sure that we're actually metabolizing and actually deconstructing the things that really have no place in the future, and allowing that to create the fertile soil for the future. And there's like metaphysical ways of understanding that, but there's also incredibly practical ways of understanding that as well.
This, I think, is a core topic for all the systems, because I mean, when we talk about the regeneration, sometimes people say, but when you're talking about language, I mean, regeneration, so it's agriculture, you know, it's like the land and so on. I mean, yes, I'm coming from a little village and my family, they are all farmers. So I really believe that the first work is on land, on restoration and so on. But yes, and regeneration is a biological, cultural, social, and generative process that constitutes us in our really like inner journey from the beginning till the end of our existence.